Okay, let me test the audio real quick. Okay, testing audio. Let's see. Okay, so we're good to go on that front. And then let me get the control panel set up. I can see all y'all, which is good. It is time to have a nice relaxing stream today. Hello and welcome to the Groovy Oni channel. Grab your focusing drink and let us get started. There we go, and pin that. Okay, cool. Got it. Alright. Oh, hope everyone's doing well. So I am trying something a little bit new, real quick. In a moment, as we're streaming, I'm going to be doing, at the same time, a recording of the stream, in which I can also figure out clipping it and getting the intro video for the Sevens show. So I figured to do both, and then we're going to get started with the colony itself, so this won't take long. Okay. So let me begin. Hi. Hello everyone, it is I7s, and welcome to my channel, where we primarily play Oxygen Not Included. We have two main colonies. One is new and one is old. The reason why I point this out is if you're interested in playing Oxygen Not Included and it's a game that you feel like is challenging, or if you want to just come in and give me fantastic bits of advice on how I can fix everything that needs improvement, then you come to the right place. I try to set myself apart by being a slightly more stubborn, less focused on the super techie part of Oxygen Not Included. There's a lot of people that are amazing that are techie to check out. So you are more than welcome to come in to show you what we got. The newer colony. To show you what we got, the newer colony is right here. We have been working on a different asteroid. It's quite simple, and we're going to be going through it through live streams. I will be doing these streams throughout the week at random times. I know that might not be super structured, but you can catch a stream revolving around this colony at least once a week, and not on the weekend. Taking a good minute. Now right here is the monstrosity that is the Brute Force Systems Incorporated main colony. This is what this channel is mostly known for, and I stream this colony at least one day on the weekend. Generally on Saturdays, sometimes on Fridays. The order would be probably Saturdays, then if not then Sunday, and then if I have time, more so on Friday. So you can come along and check it out then. Again, if you're new to Oni and you want a non-sciencey approach to it, you are more than welcome to join in this amazing community. We have a Discord and all that stuff, and I'm definitely down to hear critiques and analysis of the game. And if you have any questions, just let me know. If I don't know the answer, I will make sure to direct you to where you could get the answer. With that being said, I welcome you to the amazing community that is Oni, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next thing. And if you want an introduction guide to Oni that isn't too complicated, check out my channel where I have the Brute Guide, Brute Force Guide, that goes over some very simple basics of Oni. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Okay, so now that we have that for the YouTubes, we can get started on what this whole thing is about. I would take everything that I just did, and I will, at a later time, go and edit it. Wow, we're gonna have another one of these. Okay, so in the last stream for Brute Force Guide, we were running low on sand. That was the debacle that we were in. So we are going to fix that. We're gonna run the numbers again real quick. Hold on. Let's see, where is sand being sent off? This picks up sand, right? Yes, sand, and then it gets brought here. There we go. Bringing sand. And then this sand, let's see. That diverts some sand up to those. Got it. Alright, so we are, the issue that we had before was we were running out of sand. And that was causing a lot of problems. So we're gonna run the numbers real quick. And the methodology that we were gonna use was, these guys. Why are they gone? Why are your needs not met? That is really weird. Can we increase its happiness? It's in a good temperature. They're not crowded. I wonder if it's because of not having enough duplicates going and, you know, engaging it. It might be that, because, yeah, the temperature seems to be fine. Okay, we'll worry about that in a second. So, yes, in the last one, we ran out of sand. That's the big debacle that we were in. So, I'm going to run the math to make sure that we're good. So, even though I did that in the last one, it's going to be really easy. How many ethanol distillers per Pokeshell? So, that's the first thing we're going to start off with. So, an ethanol distiller, and this is using the Oni wiki site. Ethanol distillers provide a reliable source of polluted dirt, and an ethanol distiller running can feed nearly 3 domesticated Pokeshells. So here's what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 of these. So we're gonna go with 3. I know we saw like a smaller number before by our amazing member of our community, Gradius, saying 3.5. We're gonna lowball things so we don't have to do super math, and hopefully that'll keep us safe. So instead of 3.5, we're just gonna do 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12. We can have 12 Pokeshells easily without problems. Now I'm not gonna go back and run the wood calculations, because if I hope I'm right. Yeah, we have 1,327 tons of wood. So wood is unlimited, and we can go over here, and wood is being fed polluted water, because that's what it takes, and it's completely fine with polluted water. So we have a lot of polluted water. So we're not going to do any calculation going back further than that. So we're going to check off ethanol distillers as being a-okay in my book. They are fine. We don't need to worry about them producing anything. And they all run. And we have this weird kind of machine right here because this ethanol is going for another purpose over here to feed this. Is the temperature too hot? I think it's too hot. That's the problem. We might need to replace that. But that's another problem. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to stop for a second. Alright, so these are fine. So they are producing enough to feed 12 of these. So the 12 of these. So we have in this room, we have 6 and we have 2. So we need to get rid of this chamber. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that chamber. I don't know what this is for, so we're gonna get rid of this as well. We're gonna move this over to the left of it. We're gonna deconstruct that. Let's go a little bit faster. And then we're gonna destroy that. Good. Food is doing well right now with these two. Alright, and then just to make sure, slow things down. There we go. And then cancel. Alright, so we got that squared away. The next thing is we need the incubator back. Incubator. There it is. Gonna build that right there. And then power. We will bring the power over with gold. We can actually deconstruct this, if that can be reached. I think that should be able to be reached. Alright, so that'll be built. Now let's look at eggs. Eggs. Do we have... No, we don't have any of those eggs, which is fine. At least for the moment, it's fine. Okay. But the next time we get an egg, we will use it. Okay. Does this pick up eggs? Egg. No. Good. Good, 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 good. Does this detect it? It does. Okay, so we can actually detect an egg and transport it out. Oh, it does. Okay. Alright, 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 alright. So this does in fact pick up an egg. I misread it. And then it gets detected here. And then it gets picked up and goes right there. Okay, perfect. We can even put this here. Let's go ahead and do that. And what does this power? Does this power anything that is super needing? I don't think so. Alright, so we can borrow this wire. No, not that one. This one. And we can use it to power this. Okay. So now we have this. Okay, so she is taming them. So it looks like we need another duplicate. And we make a crap ton of food. So that's not an issue. And we have enough beds, so that's not an issue. And although the duplicate won't be able to live in the primo location that is over here, the duplicate will be able to be fine and dandy and stuff. So the, and don't worry about this. So the plan that I have, albeit it's going to be a little bit difficult to make said plan, is that ultimately, once the sand thing gets resolved, we are going to update this water pipe thing, because this system is a mess. And I won't lie, it works, but it's a mess. So that is going to be one of our goals, is to fix that at some point. I'm not too worried about it being fixed, but that is what we're going to do. Let me drink some water real quick. I wish we could move this. I really do. But we can't. And we can't move that. I might move the thing here. What is this? This is mud. Yeah, this might... What is bringing this? What is bringing mud? Something is bringing mud. Does this pick up mud? No. Some part of this. I don't know what's bringing mud. My goodness. Anyways, the idea that I have... Whoa, that's a long wire. Wouldn't that just be easier to go like this? Let me go ahead and move it. One, two, three, four. Good, they will be able to make that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the water that is here, and we're gonna create a new chamber, and we're gonna put it in here. And the new chamber is going to hold water and shoot it out. So the water will come from here, it'll go in here, it'll become clean. It'll go to this new chamber that'll act like this chamber, but the difference is this chamber that I'm gonna make is gonna have no germs. We have to wait on the Pokeshells because of the fact that we are making more food for them. So they are tamed and groomed and happy. I think having one more will be perfect. So, yes. Hold on, let me check food. Yeah, we're good on that front, I think. Yes. Because what does it take again? There's so many things. Oh my goodness. Alright, hold on. Nope, it's not there. Mixed berry pie. How would we do? That. Okay. Gristle berries. Okay, so we're okay. We're all okay. So yeah, we're gonna have another chamber. We will continue with the Pokeshell thing to make more sand, which is gonna be over here. we are building up our sound reserve. Some of that is because of the previous one, where we were running into that problem. I might update the title of this video if we do more of a balance of Pokeshells. Why are you angry? Oh, okay. Yay, we have our first one. Wait, this has no power. Oh, we have 2 eggs. Whoa, we have 2. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. Hold on, let's connect that and turn that off. That is really cool. So we have 2 eggs. 1 incubator for now is fine. And then we'll just, you know, we won't use a convoluted system to move them. Sand is being sent. Awesome. Cool. Yes. Good. This is good. Let me slow things down. So yes, let us, I have no idea why we have this system here for mud anymore, so I'm just going to destroy it and hope that nothing happens. That is tying straight to that one, so we can destroy this as well, and then destroy automation. Let me look at the automation, let me destroy the automation, let me become one with the automation, and then we need to deconstruct the conveyor rails, and then we will go like so. And then we got some other ones we have to destroy too, like inside the conveyor rails. Right here, gotta destroy this. This will get us some materials back. There we go. Destroy those. Bada bing. Perfect. And we can destroy this. And we can destroy the mud turner thing. Whoa, what is happening? Oh, because there's also... Oh. We need... Yeah, oh my goodness. This is a problem. So we need to, we can update this. We can use the same system without creating a new system. So we're going to borrow the copper that we have. And then we're going to destroy this. And we're going to change it where egg. It picks up. Where'd it go? There it is. Pokeshell. So now it'll go like this, and it'll go like this, and now we will cancel that. So now the eggs will go away, and it'll go into this separate chamber that they don't even know exists. Boom, right there. Perfect. Alright, now we slow things back down. Alright, so we're going to clear out all this. So we need to destroy this. This is going to be funny. We are going to momentarily rebuild it right there. Hi, we have 2 people here. How are you doing? Glad you made it. This will make sense in a second, by the way. Like with all things that I make. We can also destroy this. We don't need this pipe anymore. And then in the middle, deconstruct that. We need a duplicate. It's been forever. Ranching +5 husband. Ranching. You're too high on digging, so I'm gonna say no. And we have way too many of those seeds, so we're gonna say no with that as well. Okay. Cool. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this to super priority. You gotta do this now. Sweep only and standard. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick up all this material that is here. And then in terms of power lines, we are going to, let's see. We're gonna destroy these 2 lines as well. And we're gonna pick them up as well. And they're gonna go right there. Thank you, little robot. I appreciate you as well. Okay, now we can go like this, and we can go like that, and just drop them all there, because we don't need any more. And we can destroy this. Okay, now that that's squared away, what is this? Why do we have... Why is there a liquid here? I don't want a liquid there. Can any of y'all pick this up? Is this something you can pick up? Is this something you can pick up this way? Probably need a bottler. There we go. Gunk, the best kind of liquid to have. Remember the day that we were going to put something in here? I remember that day. One day. Eventually. Come on, robot. I see you moving. Alright, cool. So, that has been made. Just realized that there's steam. That makes sense though, right? Because the water that comes out. Yes. That's right. Water comes out at different cycles and things. We don't want to mess with that too much. Okay, so the next step. What we're gonna do is we're gonna destroy everything we know and love. And that is gonna be the this plastic. So let's see. Is there anything underneath it? No. But we can switch this now. That is true. We can now fix this. Okay, now we can destroy all of this. We might need to pick up that as well. So let us get rid of this. Knew there was something that I forgot. It's so funny seeing them all come and destroy everything. They look so proud of themselves. Alright, get rid of all this. Actually, while you're doing that as well, let us destroy every other one of these. It'll make sense in a second. And while you're at it, let's make that, and then destroy these two. Destroy that, and that, and that one, and that one, and this one, and that one, and this one. Alright, and now I'll pick up all that. So the goal is to be able to have 6 in here and 6 in here. And we do have this space over here, and what I'm going to do, more than likely, is if this does not support 6 because of its height, because its height is different than this height, I'm just going to expand it this way. So we're only going to have 2 rooms. Why are you not picking up the plastic? Someone pick up the plastic. Is there a limited amount of plastic? Do we not have enough plastic? I mean, we are short on space. Plastic. Here. This one can hold plastic. That might be the reason. Oh my goodness. Is there any germs nearby? Not too bad. This is one bit. Alright, so we're still keeping an eye on the Pokeshells. When we have more, we'll be able to know if this is working. But right now, the sand is at 3,000 kilograms. So we will see how that works. We're going to fix this too. I think I can rename the stream since we are doing both in this stream, which is fine with me, solving two problems. I didn't want to overextend. So let's see. Nope, exit. Live. Tending to Pokeshells and plumbing. Is it Pokeshells? Pokeshells. Yeah. Hold on. Sand production with Pokeshells and plumbing. Fixes. Okay, there we go. Cool. There we go. That works better. We'll go with that. Alright, whoa, things are frozen. There we go. Okay. Alright, now that we have this, and we're waiting for the Pokeshells to actually be born, and we're still keeping an eye on the sand here, because now it's short again. But they are producing more because they're tamed. We can get started on my idea. So, we are going to make another chamber, and it's going to house water. It's going to have a way to get in. Oh, I need to pull up you guys so I can see y'all. There we go. It's going to have another chamber to get in. We're going to maximize space. So we're going to make it out of this. Oh, hopefully that doesn't cause a problem. We do need to insulate it this way as well. And I think what we'll do, just to be safe, we'll cancel that, is we will, there we go. We will put an airflow tile here and here. Uh-oh. Well, actually that won't be a problem. We'll get you out this way. Man, they build so fast. I love it. Okay, is there a germ in there? No. Cool. We need to sweep up the coal though. Because this is going to force out some stuff. While that's happening, let us update these tiles to be airflow. Because we want airflow, and this is going to cause a lack of airflow. And in fact, I'll add one right there to further help the airflow. Fine, we'll put coal in this as well. We just have so much stuff. Alright, next up, slow things down. Excuse me. Okay. So, this takes these pumps right here. Two of these pumps. and we would still be using, I believe, 1. We need to find a power line that does not take a lot of power. This one does not take a lot of power, so we might use this one, which is convenient because it's close. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Maybe. I don't know. We need to seal it up. And we will have this here and here. Because we're going to put a door right there. Hey, Gradius, how are you doing? It's going pretty good on our end. I am making the solution that I thought of for this thing. I've also figured out how to record the streams, so I can be a little bit more efficient with being able to make the intro video, which I made earlier. It's going good though. We are back to this colony for this stream, for the weekend stream. I wonder if they can get there. I don't know if they can get there. Oh my goodness. Can they get there? I don't know if they can get there. Oh good, they can get there. Right, disinfect. I did not have that in the other one. How did we do that? Germ overlay? There we go. Good call on that. Alright, let's see. So, we're gonna put the door here because I want it there. And that is the biggest thing that we want, is to have that there. We have 3 people here. Hi, how you doing? Glad you made it. Okay, so here's the plan. And I do not care if it's practical or anything. I'm gonna do it because I'm stubborn. But it's gonna solve the thing. Oh, there's a cute little sticker right over here. Do you see that? There's multiple stickers. I'm stubborn. I'm gonna do it. I think it's gonna work well. It's not the most power efficient thing, but to be honest, we have a lot of power. It's not a problem. So to recap, the plumbing part of the problem is that we have water, which is good, and when it gets to right about here, it's it's perfect because the water is clean and it has no germs. I do not care about changing this all that much. What I'm about to do will change things. Don't worry. So when it gets here, it's fine. Instead of it going this way and doing all these things, being powered by the water contributing on one line to all the things, what we're going to do is we're going to instead bring the water pipe up and fill up this brand new tank. And this tank will have clean water in it. But the difference is we are going to have liquid pumps for every system separately. So there's going to be a liquid pump that will feed into the spawn right here, because that is important, and also we need that. There's going to be another liquid pump that will feed directly into the food, growing the food right here. And so what this should do is it should make it where I can focus on these various systems separately, and it won't all rely on one thing. That is the plan. No, we don't need any of those. No. So, water tank of clean water right here. Bada bing. It's pretty. It works. It's a good use of space. There we go. Yeah, so essentially we're removing the water tank. Here's what I'm not doing. What I'm not doing is this spout right here that brings out water. It brings it out through a spaghetti of solutions. But, I'm not changing this, and I'm not changing this one here. Yes, because this comes from here. What does this feed? This feeds. Oh yeah, this feeds something separate. Unrelated. We don't need to worry about this one. But this pump is the problem pump. But the good news is it gets picked up all these things and solves it. It takes it away. Oh, good call on that. Okay, we'll do that. So yes, so what I'm not doing is I'm not changing this. I don't care that it's polluted water. We have safeguards in place to, if this ever absorbed polluted water. What I am doing is what we talked about before about separating the systems. So I think that that's a fair compromise where I don't have to change everything, but I can, I pretty much get to do what I want to do. Where, like, it modernizes stuff. Remember to put the vent on one side, pumps on the other side. Thank you. That is useful. So, this part of the advice, I would totally take advice on. So let's decide how that's going to work. So the pipe is going to come up and drop it like right here. We have stairs to get in here if we ever need to get in here. And we're going to make a few pumps. So we're going to, I don't know how many, but let's see. So this is for the spawn. This will be for the garden. And let's just keep things simple and do like 3. And this will be for the, whatchamacallit. If the door's on the left, vent should be on the same side to, should be on the same to keep that works perfect. So, these will be here. And then we'll make the vent, and we'll put the vent, hold on, we don't want it touching automation. We'll put the vent, like, right here. Okay, so we're going to start with 3, because we still want to keep the system as it is right now. So we don't want to change the system until we're ready to change the system. And I will be jumping between that and moving this almost completed Pokeshell to his new home. So, there we go. We have that. So yeah, let me get building, and that's what we're going to do. Okay. I want it to look pretty. If I'm going to do all this effort, I want it to look pretty. Groovy, glad to hear. Yeah, I don't think it's going to cause any problems with cooling and any of that stuff. Because the water, by the time it gets here, the tub is like 12. It's being cooled somewhere. Something's cooling it. I don't remember what. I think, yeah, this is cooling it. Yeah, this is not going to be a problem. The cooling is not going to be a problem by the time it gets here. Okay, so while that goes, the spawn is on the furthest right, so we will start with bringing the, hold on, let me check insulated pipe. Yeah, we'll use igneous. What's the temperature? 14 degrees. I think we'll use regular pipe because of the fact that it provides active cooling. Alright, I'm doing some calculations in my head real quick. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to take the pipe right here, and we're going to do this. So I don't think this is going to hurt too much. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to just directly connect it to this system. Yes, it's going to be connected to the carbon skimmers here and here. They are barely used. This one has a vent that takes out some residual CO2 from a system from way back that I don't care about. Oh yeah, from the these guys. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. That's for future me to solve later. But we're going to pass it to the carbon skimmers. You don't need those. You can deconstruct them to free up space. But what about cleaning out the CO2? Through, like, general breathing and stuff. And also, this vent does take some CO2. well, let me fix that then. Where does it go? Where does it go? Why do we have no? Why is there no natural gas? What has happened? Why is there no natural gas? Hold on. I'm trying to understand why there's no natural gas. You can build 2 carbon skimmers at the bottom of base. Also, why aren't you skimming at the CO2 source? I don't know. Hold on. Let me get to that in a second. I'm trying to process one thing. Normally, we always have power in here. We've almost never run out of natural gas, so I'm trying to understand what has happened that caused all of the natural gas to go away. Maybe it's just a combination of things. I mean, right now our power supply banks are fine, and I think our this and this is running. That's really weird. Vent dormancy. Let's see. How much average output is that vent? 121 grams per second. I have this on it as well. Wait, I misread it. There we go. That's how much. Next activity. That's weird. I've never seen it. Yeah, 121 grams per second. Okay, hold on. So, yeah, I will take your advice and get rid of these then. I'll keep one, only because this vent outputs at the moment, and I haven't updated the system yet. One of those. But I will remove both of these 2. That I'm willing to compromise on for right now. So we have this, and it'll go, and it'll go, and it'll go, and it'll hit that one, and then it'll go up. And then this collects more water out like this, and it'll go in there. And then it'll shut off. So we're ready at that point. So then if we follow this path along, and we follow it along, and we follow it along, and we follow it along, it gets right here. Okay, so at this point, that means your vent can only support 2 natural gas. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But the good news is we have backup power stuff, so I'm not really concerned. So at this point, and the automation will stop it from generating, or using the power. But I was just like, whoa, this doesn't happen all that often. Alright, so we go and go and go, and then we get here. And then this one goes down and up and over here, and is unused right now because I've built these Paku farms, but we've killed all the Paku, so unfortunately. So we don't need to really worry about that right now. But then we go and we go, and this one supports this bathroom. So we will have one system that will just support the bathroom. Yes. Yes. I'm trying to think. Yes. Okay, so let us go ahead and build that. Because then it goes and it goes and it goes and it supports that. So let's get the bathroom done. So then that is done. Yes, I'll do that in a second. Let's see. Okay. I want to finish this because if I have too many tasks, I can easily get overwhelmed. So let's bring this up in the most efficient possible way that's also pretty to look at. So we're gonna go like that. We're gonna go like that. This is only gonna be for the bathrooms. Give it some clearance. Okay. Okay. Actually, we can cancel that. And then it'll connect right there. And then to be safe, I'm gonna go ahead and wait, hold on, let me actually not do that. So it'll connect right there. That's fine. And we'll connect that back. Alright, so let me make the bridges next. Like so, and like so. And then it'll directly connect in here, and it'll go, and it won't go this way. It'll stop right here, and it'll go in here, and it'll circle around and fill those up. So we are squared away with that part. Now the next part. So the next part is right here. And what happens here is that the water gets split, and it goes over to feed these guys, but it also gets split to then go here into this giant loop to feed our plants. And I want to follow it. So it goes, and it goes, and it goes. And right here, the water splits up to feed... Hold on, I went too quickly. If water splits up, doesn't do anything over here. And it is used up there. We can get rid of this. But yes, this system does go and feeds rockets. I'm going to keep that. But I'm going to know that for right now. I'm going to keep that. And then it goes this way, and it feeds all of these, and feeds all these, and then circles around, feeds all these, comes back, goes over this way, and restarts the loop. So, the fact that it doesn't go and feed the rockets all that often, actually, I won't let it feed the rockets, because that's just going to be more complication that I have to deal with. So let me go ahead and close that off. There we go. So now, for real, it only feeds the gardens, the plants. So we need a dedicated pipe at this point. Oh, and it does feed coffee, but that's okay. That's fine too. So we will have a dedicated pipe right at this point. So let us build a pipe to that as well. Oh, and they cannot reach that. So let me go ahead and make that possible. That makes sense, and I definitely will make sure that I will not destroy any pipes that have water in them. I'm also going to have a kill switch. So I'm going to, in case there's ever a reason, I'm going to have a kill switch on these. In case something happens and I need to kill it. This is more for my own sense of purpose and self-control. Oh good, they got transported. Yay, I'm so happy about that. So now we have more there, and then let's check on the sand, because we're also doing that as well. Okay, sand is, in fact, running low. So they are still working on salt to... Yeah, because that's still They're still working on that. So we are right now in the -%. Oh yeah. That makes sense too. So we're still in the -%, but that's okay for right now. We are gaining more food for them. And we did the math, and the math should be fine. So we'll get to that in a little bit. Back to this. Power, right, we need power. So let us do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and put wire right here in case we need more of these. But we probably don't. I'll get rid of 2 of them actually. We'll just do that in case we need one. I can see that being viewed as overpowered, but I mean, to the scale of, like, overpowered, like, really, like, it doesn't seem that significantly overpowered in the grand scheme of everything. What we are going to now do is, we are going to split this. Actually, no, hold on. Let me think. No, we are not going to split it. We are going to connect it like this, and then we are going to go like this, and then we are going to divert. Let's see. Let me follow this path. So all this path right now does is it technically fuels this carbon skimmer and this carbon skimmer. And then technically it also cools down this area for water as well. And then it goes and it goes and then it gets in there. So yes, we are going to deactivate that. And then it should now just go in here. And I'm going to temporarily turn this off for a second and speed it up. I will be right back. This will be quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna stop the recording, but not the stream. The stream should still be going. But I'm gonna see if that's gonna mess with anything. I don't think it will. Okay, cool. We are still streaming. Good. Alright, I wanted to secure the fact that I had the video. Why is the water pump in the original tank stopped? This should be a continuous flow system, but isn't it? Because there's automation tied to it in which it calls upon water, but I'm gonna just deactivate that, don't worry. We will just keep it going. There we go. That's a good call on that. Okay. So now the water is coming in, and there should be, let me slow things down. There are no germs in here. 0 surface germs. There we go. We have water coming in. The system is not running at this moment. Wait. Hold on. I know that this means that the systems are down for a second, but it's okay. Okay, so this is still working correctly. We will now activate the system. So yes, this water has no germs. And to further make sure that this works, we will disconnect that. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Good, glad to hear. Yeah, I was worried about that. Wait. Does this water have any germs in it then? Oh, I'm glad I caught that. Let's see. Well, all we gotta do is we gotta stop the thing, right? Hold on. We're not doomed. It's okay. We're not doomed. We're gonna do this. This is gonna be very pointless. I'm so glad that we caught that. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. See? I know I can sometimes think of something. Okay, so we will go like this. Hold on. What should I do about here? Because I know that it doesn't disinfect in pipes, right? I guess we could just keep it rotating. Okay, this water is not contaminated. So we can actually, we can send this back in here. It's just a top tank. 0 surface germs. So I just need to be on it with when it switches. Yeah. I just figured that out. I was like, okay, this is fine. This is fine. Because it's there's nothing here, right there. There's the 20 germs there. There. Oh. That was close. Still no germs. Perfect. So then we reconnect this. And then it goes there. Wait, we should also do this, right? So that this fills up. Because we want to fill up. Yeah, I just figured that out. Alright. So we want to fill up all of it. I think this is going to take me a second to figure out. Yep, yes. That makes sense. Okay, so we want to dump this out for a second. Just to give me some headway. Because this is just clean water. Alright, there we go. So now we have some headway. And this, just to double check, is clean. So now we can go back over here and go like this. And then this should be clean as well. Okay. I'm going to give me a little bit of breathing room and disconnect these two. So that way, when this switches, I don't have to hesitate and move quickly. This might not be the most exciting thing. Yes. I know, yeah. I'm very happy about doing that. So right now this pump is feeding everything, which is fine. It can continue doing that. All of our systems are still operational and working. Okay, so now this is happening. So this is, in fact, germy water. So we will just pump that in like that. We'll keep that like that. And I think I would, once these fill up, I think I would do just a quick dumping of this liquid to make sure everything's fine. So this should be stable. I shouldn't have to keep an eye on it now because the bottom one will happen. So we're getting half the water while the other half stays up there. So let us go check on the Pokeshells situation. So we have these guys. And this one's nearing 61%, which is fine. How many are in here? There's 6. Okay. Okay. There's a... Oh my gosh. Alright, well, let's see. We have the space. So let us make 2 of these. This is still working. This is just clean water. Good. Go ahead and put some eggs in there. How many are in here? 4. So we have 6 and 4. There we go. And then these are back at 5. One of them is almost done. Both of them are almost done. Okay. Move this over here. It's fine for right now. I'm not sure about anything. Alright, let's see what we got. We don't have anything for, I'll take a nice shirt. We don't have anything yet. I'm still waiting to get another duplicate to tend to all of these critters because we have a lot of critters. And some of them are, they need some love soon too. Some of them are doing quite well. Some are cramped, some are crowded. Irrigation, need some water. These are okay. They're growing naturally in an environment more or less. Although the temperature might be going down, so they might not be liking that as much. Some of that's because this is still dormant for 18 more cycles. Oh my gosh. Yes. These 2 rooms right here are safeguarded. So Wait, when you were saying incubators, were you saying in this room or in this room? Because I thought they had to be separated. Remember, the incubator has no size requirements and eggs do not get cramped. Current version. Yeah, I've had them over here. So, one thing that would be great is, I know we're gonna, now that we have it where the Pokeshells are going to keep making more Pokeshells because now there's no more crampedness. We need to create an, quote, evolution chamber for the Pokeshells. Now, I need something simple. I need something super simple for an evolution chamber. I was looking at GC Fungus's evolution chamber. So we need one for the excess Pokeshells. That is not for this stream. But yes, yeah. Yeah, I didn't want these guys to have cramped. That's a trait. While that's going, let's go check on the sand again. We are seeing some positiveness numbers, kind of. It doesn't mean anything yet, but they are there. Okay, this is still good. There's still no surface germs, which is fantastic. How is this doing? Okay. We will get this plumbing thing underway. That is for sure. That's gonna happen. Oh. Do need to run the CO2 at some point. Crazy how just one carbon skimmer did so much work. Maybe that'll be what the other liquid pump does, is it'll run the carbon skimmers. I might even tie it to some automation. So that way it doesn't run all the time. So we have 4 and 6. These are running again, which is nice. Oh yeah, I think I turned off the plants. No, wait, no, I did not. Just the janky system doesn't feed them. The old leg. Yeah, we could do that. That works. We got time for that. I won't be able to get this one piece, but we have time for that. I think. Maybe. Actually, wait. Do we? Yes, we will be able to get that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this deconstructing, because we can do that. Oh, this feels so nice. I'll keep this because it goes down here. So this pipe goes, it goes. We can get rid of that. We can empty this pipe because it's just there. Wait, how do we? Where's that? There it is. Alright, so we'll keep this because of that. And we will keep this leg because of the CO2. Oh, nope, cancel that. We want to destroy this. Right there. There we go. And I will deal with this later. Let's see, we'll go like this. I will get this because it'll be annoying. There we go. Get that, so they can get the final bit there. Well, I mean, you know. Figure out a permanent cooling solution for the steam vent supply for the CO2 skimmer. There's no pump inside the steam vent room. We've been cooling it for no reason. We have been cooling it for a reason. I just don't know what the reason is yet. But we have been doing it for a reason. Alright, hold on, let me check something. This goes this way, this goes this way, this goes this way. This picks up oxygen. So then it bypasses and goes... wait. This, yeah, filters out oxygen. So everything else go... Wait. Huh? Wait a minute. Oh. No, wait. That makes no sense. Did I misread this? No, I didn't misread it. Alright, we're good, we're good. So it goes this way, right? Yeah. It goes up, it goes up, it goes up, it goes up. Goes this way. Goes this way. Hydrogen goes over there, but that doesn't matter at the moment. Then it goes this way, and it goes this way. Don't worry, I have a plan. I'm just trying to think of what the plan is. Okay, I got the plan. We're going to save resources with this, which is going to be fantastic. So what we're going to do here... Hold on, what was the other 20? Oh yeah, they couldn't get inside. Alright, well, screw that mess. We're not going to worry about that right now. Fantastic plan. So what we're going to do is we are going to go like this. And we're going to save on all of these resources here and not even use this carbon skimmer anymore. Because what we're going to do instead is, instead of me using... Yes, I think you are seeing what I'm saying. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the CO2 from the natural gas. And we're going to pump it towards the slicksters, and the system is set up where if it's not accepted by the slicksters because there's too much room in there, and that's gonna need that's another problem because we have so much crude oil and I don't know what to do with it because we can't make a boiler. But that's not for this episode. We are going to have it now where the CO2 exhaust is going to be brought into the system that that sends off the CO2. And then we're going to tie a new system down below that is, instead of using a carbon skimmer, we're just going to get rid of the CO2 through this. So we're going to bring it up here. Brand new system. So then we don't have to use water. Okay, so then this will go. And then let's see, automation. Hold on, I need to check something with the automation here. Because this was made so long ago. Give me 1 second. Okay, I could do that. I might have to fix this at a later time. But, insulate it, you say? Okay, hold on. Yeah, we could do that. There we go. Perfect. More or less. There's probably a simpler way to do this system. This automation here. Because this is getting way too complicated. Yeah, I think I actually know a better way to do this system. Hold on. Where's the automation for this? Perfect. We can shut that off. This is too much automation for this to make any amount of sense. If I don't understand it now, then there's no point in having it. Luckily, I already thought of a solution. Don't worry, this will be quick, I promise. So what we're going to do is we are going to just destroy this, and destroy this, and then and destroy this. Because since it already makes CO2, and there's a fallback in case there's a problem with it, and since CO2 falls, we're just going to have it run. Now it can run all the time. And the CO2 would just build up down here. See, it's building up. And then it'll be sucked in. So we can now connect this. Okay. Right, so we now need to give them access to here. So that requires destroying that so that they can build that. Okay, so now all that's been replaced. Cool. Now we need to bring up a pipe from down below. Let's go check on the water. Okay, so this system is now nearly almost full. It's about to be full in a second. This should have clean water. This should be clean water. This should be clean water. And then this is getting some more water. So in like one more cycle, it should be fine with that. And then we can actually get rid of this. Now, let me check one thing. So with that, it'll go in, and it'll come in here. And then it'll be split, and then half of it just gets exited. And then the other half, it'll detect if it's CO2. If it's not, if it's that chlorine that is down there, or that oxygen, it'll be picked up. Then if it detects that it's oxygen, it'll go in here and do something. But if it's not oxygen, or if there's overflow, which is why we see some oxygen, it'll then go up and get spat out. Alright, so we are safe in that. So we can make a simple system here that just detects if it's not oxygen, which is perfect and what I want to do. So we will make, I clicked the wrong one. We will make a gas pump. We can make it out of gold. I don't care about this being insulated. This part of it, at least. And then we need to bring this over. Okay. This has now been filled with water. And this water is now 100% clear with germs. So we're going to do a quick check on this. Alright, we have 0 germs. So let's save it. So this has no germs. This has no germs. This one has no germs. This also has no germs. This has a few germs, but by the rate that it's doing its thing, it's going to be emptied, and that'll be fine. In here, still no germs. Both of these should be good to go. Gradius, are these ready to go? Can we connect both of them officially now? When you give the green light, we will connect both of those. I will continue building this. Temporarily rearrange the top tanks to drain a little into the last tank of the bottom system. There's germs in the blobs in the pipes. Wait, hold on. I don't know if I understand what you mean. Temporarily rearrange the top tanks to drain a little. What do you mean by that? Couldn't I just drain it back into the previous thing? Like, do it this way? I could just do it this way. Because that'll empty it out. I see the germs right here. No! Hold on. Like that, like this. I will do the draining one more time, like when it switches, just to be safe. Once it switches, I'll do it one more time. And then probably very soon going to be calling the stream. I need it to switch. Come on, switch. Okay, so now we will cut this off. We will go like this. I'll go like this. And then cancel. To make sure that there's absolutely no germs. Well, there could be germs in the final one. Okay. Because, yeah, that one has 2,000. This has 513. So, yes, it is now safe to flow. Because this has no germs. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I will forget before next stream. That is totally accurate. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so we haven't, I'm going to end it now. Not now, but soon. But we have, although we're still reliant on one pipe, we now have water coming in that is clean, and this is going to be the thing that'll send off to the other sections. So let me see if I finish the pipe. No, let me finish the pipe before we finish this. Gas pipe. We'll wait on, oh yeah, we don't have power yet, so that's fine. We will build these. So this will go, this will go, this will go, and then we need this here, and we need that there, and we need this, and this, and this, and this, and then it'll connect to this, which is fine, and then cancel that. It'll connect, then it'll go, and then it'll join that. We're gonna put this at like 1,000. So now it'll keep running, and it'll suck up all the the CO2. That's a lot simpler of a system, I believe. I think it's simpler. We'll see what happens. Alright, so yeah, now let me destroy the other thing that you were pointing out that I will forget, because you are totally right about that. Let's see, so we will go like this, and we will go like that, and destroy that one, and destroy this one. Oh, I did. Thank you for noticing that. Good call on that. I would not have noticed that. We're safe, though. There's nothing going in there yet. There we go. Alright, so we can also destroy this long pipe that I just noticed that serves no purpose at this moment. There we go. Deconstruct that. Alright, where was the rest of the pipe? Where did it go? Oh, right here, right here, right here. So we can now destroy this as well. Destroy this, destroy this, destroy that. If they can reach it, probably not. Actually they can. And destroy that. And destroy this vent. And destroy this. Okay, perfect. Oh, and I guess while we're at it, we can destroy these water pipes here. Okay, so now we need to just, I'll worry about that later. I want to make this pipe, this gas vent, active now. So I want to put some automation tied to it. So if it detects gas pipe element sensor, it should detect CO2 like all the time. We'll put it up 1, just in case. Don't go like that. Yay, we have so many of those. Oh, we need to connect this to power. Carbon dioxide. Alright, so now it's suctioning up. Right, thank you. I'm getting tired. Not gate. This will help with the chlorine as well. And I already checked the system before. Alright, there we go. There's that. Okay, cool. So we have that going. Now, how's the sand? Progress. Still small. But we got these guys here. Let's check blueprints, because I'm willing to take one more duplicate if ranching. Not ranching. Ranching. No ranching. Okay. We'll just keep that there for now. We need, more of them, obviously. But for right now, this is okay, more or less. Dirt, polluted dirt, we're doing fine with managing how much food that they take. So that is squared away. And then we now have the CO2 pipe, and let's follow that now. So the CO2 pipe is going a long way. Temperature's fine. It's going. I want to see it, so that we know the right way. Yes, it's slow progress to fixing this predicament. And because we only have one of these, they're fusing into bigger packets, which works, more or less. This also should not be running the entire time. It's only picking up eventually like nothing of note. And it's gonna move around probably. Might do a super cleanse and put up a switch on it, but for right now, it'll suck up the stuff. The non-CO2 won't fuse, so it'll take a moment. We can follow this packet to make sure it's doing everything it should be doing. And if it goes up into space and we know that it's working, alright, here we go. We're following this lime green. So it goes that way, and I know for a fact that that is bad, but in a good way. So, yep, now it's going. Now it's purely the chlorine, and it gets shot out into space. So, everything's squared for that. Cool. Thank goodness that that is the case. So, I guess on the next stream, which will happen. The next brute force stream will be next weekend, unless something comes up, and I'll make a post in the Discord or on the channel. But plan to be next weekend. We will officially get off of just using one. I need to rephrase that. We will switch off of using just one pipe for everything, and it'll actually be split for the different tasks. This will go and feed the restrooms. This will go and be made and feed the plants and everything. So that's the plan for the next one. And then sometime this coming week, I will be doing probably another stream on the other simpler beginner colony. So, yes. Alright, cool. Well, I will see you all in the next one. Thank you again, Gradius, for catching the various things. This works, and I'm going to zoom in on the carbon skimmers, so I'll remember to destroy them and the pipes and stuff next time. So, yep. And if you're watching this in the future, make sure you like and subscribe and share it and all that jazz. I greatly appreciate it. I still have the goal of trying to get us to 500 subscribers. We're at 339, which is amazing. And, yeah. So, and if you haven't seen it, I have a Oni difficulty video on the sister channel. So go check that out. Alright. Bye.